Good morning. A very simple question is what happened last night? Why all coins dropped, but Bitcoin did not drop? If we look at the day before, we created new low. But throughout the whole day yesterday and in the evening yesterday, nothing happened. Instead of where everybody else started dropping and Bitcoin should have kept dropping right here, instead it started growing or going up. For some of you, like, what are you talking about? Let's look at a couple of coins. XRP, low, same thing as in Bitcoin. Then it just took a drop. As we can see, at the moment I am doing this live recording, we are trading below yesterday's morning low. Like XLM, same thing. We had the drop. Dot, we had the drop. SHIB, again, same thing. I'm not sure exactly what happened with Doggy. Seems like you've been dropping. Again, the same drop that we were talking about. And then suddenly it just took off. Same thing with VET, TRX, XLM, DGB, BNB. But what exactly happened with Bitcoin? I can actually I can actually have one explanation that sounds realistic before we start going into conspiracies. And that is when people started moving selling their Bitcoin, their altcoins, some of them started moving those money into Bitcoin. Why do I say that? I remember when I got introduced to Bitcoin or the crypto, and first of all, on internet, I found that in order for you to buy any Bitcoin or any other coin, you need to have a wallet. So I found a wallet, and of course, I paid quite a bit using my debit card to purchase coins. As I purchased coins and I started seeing the market does fluctuate, I started asking myself a question. What if markets start falling? How am I supposed to sell my coins back into a dollar and when the market start recovering so I can buy it back? And I had no solution. I did not know how to sell a coin other than do a swap into another coin. So that is actually became a question which forced me to look for alternative, and that's when I found Binance and other exchanges. And only then I actually realized that I actually can sell it to Tether or USDT. So that's possible one problem that we have a lot of people that got themselves into crypto, but they have no solution and no idea how to right now get out. The second question that I had for a long time, until again I found Binance, that how do I take, how do I actually sell my Bitcoin and take the money back out? Be honest, till today I have not taken money out of crypto, so I kind of understand how it's done, but I have never done it to be sure that that is exact that works. And there's an option in Binance that US actually do that for the US residents. But my theory is that people were swapping altcoins for Bitcoin. Now, let's go actually to and talk about what most likely happened behind the scenes. I actually seen some anomalies yesterday that actually um I'll actually share those here in this video instead of creating a new video, and it might actually shock you guys as well. As I watched the market in 1 minute, I seen some things that happening in on charts. So as we kind of went and created a new low a little bit over 24 hours ago, I started watching, and I started watching areas where Bitcoin did not had a long period of travel and buys and sells, like area right here. Then we have an area right here, and as I kind of look down, this area right here did not had much of a trade at all. Very little trade amount here. I'm sorry here. And as the coin dropped, and it dropped into the lower half of the section, I started asking myself a question. Will it go back and fill in these spots? Because if you look, we had very heavy trades all throughout here. Because even if we come down to here, we are having trades here. When we come to here, we are still having trades here. So this is where actually amount of trades that are not a lot of trade happen. So I kind of start wondering, what will happen? Will Bitcoin come back and to fill in this area? And guess what? It went up, filled in this spot right here, even though we had trades already here. Not sure why, but I guess that's how it works. Then it came back and filled in this spot right here. And I started asking the question, why would that do? I also actually watched another video where a guy talks about where a coin is traveled in a form that is outside of what normally human being traders would actually run the coin through. And I'm still actually going to be researching more on that topic, but it is something that kind of, because if you see here, this area filled, then we had this area filled, then we had this area filled again lightly, then we jumped here, and as we can see, this area here is not being filled heavily, but as we came down, we continued filling in and covering every part of the board. And I am starting to realize that we as traders have literally almost no impact on where the price goes. We might have a temporary small impact. That is, if we all together jumped in, yeah, we can, let's say, 10,000 of us with, let's say, five or $10,000 worth of trade each. Yeah, we can create a little impact, something like that's gonna look something like this, like right here. But immediately it will correct itself, and it will go back to the way it is programmed to run. And right now it's starting to make sense to me why a lot of traders have reading charts and actually trying to follow a system have that been put together for them, that they study, that they verify and see that it works, and they start using those systems. For me, before, I do understand partially the psychology of the human, but for me, it was hard to understand certain things, and now it's starting to make sense. And you're probably like, but exactly, Slavic, what are you trying to say with all this? If you haven't figured it out, I'm going to literally just say it. The market is heavily manipulated to a point where you barely have any impact on it as a whole at all, barely at all. They run it the way they want it. They send the market where they want it, and the market will be where they want it. All we have only one option we have is to follow it and find those advantages that they leave behind for us and take advantages of those. So another thing is what I'm trying to say is don't leverage yourself on a trade to a point where they can wipe you out, because that's exactly what they are trying to do, is wipe you out. When everybody last night got ready to go short, those that actually have an option to go short got ready to go short, and they leveraged themselves out to 90%. This round right here, the one that actually went against all rest of the coins, as I already showed you guys, with one and one purpose only, is not about because everybody was switching currency, switching their coins to Bitcoin, possibly, but it's not for that. Is to wipe those people out that over leverage themselves, take them out of the game, and pretty soon they'll say, when everybody flips, because right now if you look at coins, we had the run, they recover a little bit lower, so now people are like, oh, we're probably going to be going down. They might repeat the same trick again, because I noticed that whatever they do it twice in a row. And when people can say, oh, it's probably recovering, and they start going long at 90% margin, they will wipe you out again. So what I'm saying is, when you trade, be careful with your margins. Create enough of room so when they do stuff like this, it doesn't wipe you out. And for most of all, use leverage only in a case, like I've explained already in one of the videos, so you can actually have extra money to get into more trades if you need to. Never use leverage to leverage your out at 90%, because that's exactly what they want. They created the leverage just for that and that purpose only, is for you could leverage yourself out, get yourself to the wall, and get wiped out. Also, I do apologize. I did not have any videos last night due to certain health issues and visibility. I was not able to actually go and record anything and go live stream. But I will try to keep you guys updated as we proceed. We are in a short market at this point. Again, that's based on what we see by charts. As somebody calls this, market creators or market controllers, they have the end of the day, it's their decision where we go. Do I still believe we'll see Bitcoin at 8K? Yes, I do. Because At the end of the day, there's somebody higher above them that do want something painful for us. And I will create a video on that topic as well. What's exactly coming? I already did a very short video on YouTube that all markets, that is stock market, crypto, and forgot what commodities market. All markets are being prepped for a big crash. And please be careful and do whatever it takes to protect yourself, protect your assets, and protect your retirement funds. Bless you all. Till the next time.